That is a testudo. Your training compliance is a testudo, okay? You are sort of upholding yourself to the highest level of defensive things, like I said, defensive capability, I guess you would call it, by locking yourself into a testudo. All these things that you're following, your program, your sleep, your nutrition, your training, is going to help maintain that impenetrable fortress. Some of the threats you're going to face while you are locked in this testudo formation. So you've got your program, your setup, 16-week block. You've got your sleep down pat, your nutrition, your training, everything is focused, it's all there. You're going to get some things that are going to come your way. It's life. Fortunately, we can't have a perfect environment. Sometimes life throws curveballs, sometimes it'll shoot missiles at us, sling rocks at us, shoot arrows at us, whatever. We need to be able to defend against it. And if we maintain the things in the shields, these program, sleep, nutrition, training, intensity, recovery, if we maintain those, these threats are quelled. They don't affect us. They don't affect us getting towards our goal or advancing towards our goal. So what are these threats? Weekend blowouts, typical. You have a perfectly compliant week, Monday to Friday, and then all of a sudden on the weekend, your partner or your friend goes, let's go get some KFC. Let's get a fucking pizza to celebrate this week of work. Weekend blowouts. That's when you sort of crumble. You start to go out drinking on the weekends with your friends. You fucking do party drugs. You fucking eat shit, pizzas, burgers, whatever. And then you reset basically an entire week's progress. That's a threat. Inconsistent training program. So this is where sometimes if you don't follow your training, but there's a very specific reason why your training program is designed a certain way. If you don't follow it, or you throw in random exercises, or you skip exercises, your ability to advance is going to be hindered quite substantially, because that's going to compound over 16 weeks. You're going to spend a lot of time trying to stay consistent and trying to fix your inconsistent training program, and it's just not going to work. You're going to get to the end, you're not going to get the desired result you wanted because you weren't consistent. Lack of sleep. This is a serious threat to your progress. Lack of sleep is going to drive cortisol through the roof. It's also going to slow down recovery between sessions, which is going to impact your training intensity, which is going to impact your ability to stay compliant as well, just generally speaking, and is going to slow your ability to advance. So sleep is a threat or missile. That means no late night gaming, no late night date nights, no late night fucking eating snacks in the fridge at 3 a.m. No going out past midnight. Lack of sleep is important to keep that in mind, especially when you're locked in your testudo for a certain amount of time. Eating off plan. This is big. This comes back to weekend blowouts, but it's a biggie. So many people I've seen have the most perfect week, and then they're like, you know what? A little donut won't hurt my training compliance, my nutrition compliance this week. I'm not going to put on weight from that. Yes, you might not, but over time, the more you do it, that's an additional 300 to 500 calories every single day or every other day. That's going to stack up, and that's going to hinder your ability to get to your goal. Think long term, don't think short term. Yes, you can get away with eating a croissant, ham and cheese croissant in the morning with breakfast. Should you continue to do that? Absolutely not, because it's going to slow your ability to get to your next goal. So that's what the shield represents, that's what the threats represent, and why are we doing this? Why are we contextualizing testudo into our day-to-day? Well, because it's a great visual representation of developing a system, or a sort of an internal system in ourselves, to make sure we have zero gaps, and that way no lifestyle loopholes are going to be sabotaging our progress. We want to treat ourselves like a testudo. Everything we follow is designed to prevent those external threats from affecting our goals and affecting our priorities. We want to be slow, we want to be controlled, and we want to be repetitive. Everything we do, yes, the testudo is a slow formation, it's a very cumbersome formation, but it's slow, it's controlled, it requires following a plan in order to maintain the formation, and it's repeatable. It means we can employ this tactic many times over, but it'll get us to our goals. Slow, controlled, and repeatable. Most people, and this is the thing I highlight at the bottom, probably can't see it, but most people treat training in a loose formation mentality and lack the required structure to overcome life's missiles. And what do I mean by that? Who don't follow a plan will typically do training haphazardly. They won't track their progress, they won't track their progressive overload, they won't track their nutrition, they won't track their macros. They'll go through life kind of bumbling through, spinning their wheels, and then 12 months down the line they wonder why they haven't made much progress. Well, it's because most people treat training and their fitness journey as like, oh, I can just wing it, or I can just sort of eyeball this and that. And that's why they don't make it far. Whereas you follow a plan. You follow your tactic that your coach lays out or yourself that you lay out, and you stick compliant to everything that's listed in your compliance requirements. You are following the Testudo formation through life, and you are achieving your goals because you're not like most people, right? There's a reason why bodybuilders look the way they do and ordinary people look the way they do. Ordinary people will go to the gym, sure. Ordinary people will have a good diet, sure. They'll have an average diet, whatever. But there's a difference between being a bodybuilder and achieving their dreams and actually showing the results of their hard work, and a normal person just coming to the fucking gym coming to the gym after a 9 to 5 day and looking exactly the same they looked last year. But this is basically what I wanted to talk about, guys. So if that makes sense, I don't know if that makes sense to you, but that makes sense to me. If you did find this helpful, feel free to give a follow and share this with a friend, share this with someone who's also as autistic as I am. I guarantee this will tickle their brain. But if you guys want to see more of these history to training, I guess, videos, feel free to let me know in the comments below. I look forward to making more. I definitely will make more regardless. And it won't just be ancient history. I want to cover all history, I guess. But the Testudo for me, personally, is a great way to start. It's an evolution of the phalanx, which is the premise of this entire program that I've developed. And it's just another way to reiterate the point of follow your plan, follow what your coach tells you to. I guarantee if you keep an airtight Testudo formation when it comes to your training compliance, your nutrition compliance, you will avoid any of the threats that life throws at you, and you will achieve your dreams, and you will become the best version of yourself possible, unlike everyone else in the world who treats training and life very loosely and just fucking does random shit. You will actually achieve your goals. 0 gaps, no lifestyle loopholes, perfect compliance, and a slow and steady, controlled way of achieving their goals. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say, guys. Hope you have a fantastic rest of the day, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.